Okay, good morning. Welcome to AwesomeMath142a.
But that's
Yeah.
42.
Yeah. It's all, we got a little confused. So I'm having you guys do a joint little project this morning. It's going to be just kind of a fun little project.
Okay.
You haven't really talked about graphing before. You have a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about the square root of x right now.
Yeah.
Right? So the first thing I did was I put a little graph, some axes on the board, the x and y axis, and I drew the line y equals x. And then I left the room and asked you guys to work together to make a graph of what you thought y equals the square root of x would look like. And you made this new graph, right?
Yeah.
Can you please tell me about it?
Well, if x is 0, y is 0. Because then x is 1. And the square root of 1 is 1, so y is 1.
All right.
And the square root of 2 is going to be it's going to be in between 1 and 2.
Okay.
And so is the square root of 3. But then the square root of 4 is going to be it's 2, so it'll be at this mark.
Okay, awesome.
And the square root of 5 is larger than 2.
In between 2 and 3.
All right.
And so is the square root of 6, and the square root of 7, and the square root of 8, and the square root of 9 equals 3. And then if we kept going, we would kept going up the y graph.
Okay. When you look at the graph that you've made of y equals square root of x, what do you think is interesting about it?
Well, it's not going up as steeply as y equals x is.
Okay. That's one interesting thing.
It goes up, at the first part, it does go up as steeply as y equals x, but then it kind of levels out.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting flatter each time.
Interesting. Interesting. So it seems to change its behavior a little bit. Now, so where do you think an interesting point to take a look at this graph would be?
Well, if it was really large, would it actually be flat?
Oh, okay. Good question.
So we,
What's a question you might have about this graph?
well, if it levels out, it doesn't ever go down.
Oh, very interesting observation. Why not? Why does it never go down?
Because the square roots of numbers, they keep increasing.
Ah, okay. Awesome.
But it just keeps getting flatter.
But is there going to be a series of points that are so large that it's actually going to be parallel to the x-axis?
Okay. So we'll look at it for large values of x. That's a great thing to take a look at.
Yeah.
Okay. I was interested in this other point where it seems its behavior seems to change. Where was that?
Like maybe 1, 1, and then go 2.
Okay. What seems to be happening at 1, 1? What were you telling me about?
Well, it's almost equal. It's equal to y equals x first point.
Okay. So it looks like on your graph there's a corner there.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll investigate that. Which one do you want to do first? Do you want to investigate it out at infinity or investigate it at 1?
Let's investigate it at infinity.
Alright?
Okay, let's do that. We'll investigate it at infinity, and then we'll come back and we'll take a closer look at 1, and then we'll go to Wolfram Alpha, and we'll make a graph of it. Okay?
Okay.